What if I told you that the income you need to feel free isn't $100,000, or even $1 million? Because here's the truth. You don't need a massive salary to live a free, fulfilling life. What you actually need is a clear plan. A way to move from where you are now to a place where money no longer controls your life. In this video, we're going to break down the 6 financial stages that every person goes through on their journey to freedom. Not just rich or poor, but real, practical stages, from just surviving, to living with confidence, to becoming truly financially free. So if you've ever felt stuck with money, this video might help you figure out where you stand, and more importantly, how to move to the next level. Let's get into it. Stage 1. Barely surviving. We all start somewhere. And for many people, that starting point is survival mode. At this stage, money is a daily source of stress. You're worried about rent. You're juggling bills. You might be behind on payments. Maybe you're even relying on credit cards just to get by. Let's be honest, this is a scary place to be. When you're here, your biggest concern is getting through the week. You're not thinking about investments or financial goals. You just want to stay afloat. Most people in this stage don't have any savings. Often live with debt or overdue bills. Have very little income or inconsistent work. Rely on help from family, friends, or credit cards. So what's the goal here? The first step is stability. That means creating a little breathing room, even if it's just saving your first $100. Even if it's just finding consistent income. Start tracking your spending. Cut unnecessary expenses. And focus on earning more, whether through a second job, online work, or improving your skills. It's not about building wealth yet. It's about getting out of constant crisis mode. Stage 2. Paycheck to paycheck. Now, you've escaped pure survival. You have a job or a steady income. You're paying your bills every month, but just barely. At this stage, most people have little to no savings. Aren't in immediate danger, but have no safety net. Feel stuck, like they're working hard, but not getting ahead. It feels like every dollar has a job. Rent, utilities, food, transportation, and by the time the month ends, there's nothing left. And the worst part? If an emergency hits, like a car repair or medical bill, you're right back in stage 1. So how do you move forward? It's all about building your buffer. Start with a small emergency fund, maybe $500 to $1,000. Then work on increasing your income. This is also the time to get serious about budgeting. Use tools like budgeting apps or simple spreadsheets to understand where your money is going. Even saving $50 or $100 a month makes a difference here. It's less about the amount, and more about creating the habit. The goal: stop the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. Start building momentum. Stage 3. Comfortably stuck. This is where a lot of people think they've made it. You've got a decent job. You're paying your bills. You might even take vacations or go out to eat now and then. From the outside, life looks good. But on the inside, you're stuck. Here's why. You're not saving much. You're not investing enough. And your lifestyle has grown with your income, so you're still just coasting. This stage is dangerous because it feels safe. You're not struggling. But you're also not building long-term wealth. You're on a financial treadmill, running hard, but staying in place. Most people in this stage have no clear financial goals. Save little, or nothing, each month. Rely heavily on their job for stability. Spend most of what they earn. So how do you break out? You need to shift your mindset from spending to growing. Start tracking your net worth. Set a savings goal, 10%, then 15%, then more. If you haven't started investing yet, this is the time. Even $100 a month into index funds or ETFs is a game changer over time. And watch out for lifestyle creep. upgrading your car, apartment, or wardrobe every time your income increases. Freedom doesn't come from spending more. It comes from building margin in your life. Stage 4. The ascent. Now we're climbing. You've got a plan. You're saving consistently. You've started investing. You're no longer thinking paycheck to paycheck. You're thinking about your future. People in this stage have 3 to 6 months of expenses saved, contribute regularly to investments, are actively learning about money, personal finance, and wealth building. Think in terms of strategy, not just survival. This is where confidence starts to build. You're not just reacting to life anymore, you're being proactive. You know what you're working toward. You're also optimizing a better credit score, better banking and budgeting tools, smarter tax strategies, side hustles or small investments in skills. But here's the challenge. This is where you start to feel the weight of choices. Do I keep climbing this ladder? Do I stay in this job or start something of my own? Do I invest in real estate? In a business? In myself? The answer? It depends on your goals. But the key here is to keep your foot on the gas. Avoid complacency. Avoid comparison. Avoid the trap of thinking you've done enough, because the next level? That's where the real freedom starts. Stage 5. Confidence. Welcome to confidence. This stage is where money stops being a source of stress and starts being a tool for designing your life. You've got investments. You've got savings. You've got systems that run automatically. You may still work, but not because you have to. You're choosing work that aligns with your goals, your passions, your lifestyle. You're not panicked about emergencies anymore. You're not tied to a toxic job. You've got options, and that is true power. At this stage, you know your numbers, net worth, expenses, cash flow. Have passive income or at least diversified income streams. Make intentional spending decisions. Can afford to enjoy life without risking your future. This is also where you start thinking bigger, giving back, helping family, taking mini retirements, starting passion projects. You've escaped survival mode. Now you're building a meaningful life. How do you protect this stage? Don't overextend. Don't get cocky. And don't stop learning. Financial confidence is about balance, enjoying your money while still making smart choices. Stage 6. Financial freedom. This is the final level, and the dream for many people. At this stage, your income from assets, like investments, real estate, or businesses, covers your lifestyle completely. You don't have to work to survive. You work if you want to. And if you stop, your life doesn't fall apart. That's freedom. But again, here's the surprising truth. You don't need millions to get here. If you live simply and your expenses are low, you might hit financial freedom with $600,000 or $800,000 in investments. It's not about a flashy lifestyle. It's about having enough to live on your terms. At this stage, you live entirely off passive income or low-effort income. Have total control over your time. Can travel, rest, create, or contribute, however you want. Focus more on fulfillment and legacy. You've broken free from the cycle. Money is no longer your master, it's your tool. So, where are you right now? Let's recap the stages quickly. Barely surviving. Living in financial crisis mode. Paycheck to paycheck. Making ends meet, but with no safety net. Comfortably stuck. Life looks good, but there's no real progress. The ascent. You've got a plan. You're building. Confidence. Systems are in place, stress is low, freedom is near. Financial freedom. Work is optional. Life is intentional. The most important part of this video isn't just knowing these stages. It's asking yourself, where am I now? Where do I want to be? What's my next step? because you don't get to freedom all at once. You get there stage by stage, habit by habit, decision by decision. So no, there's not one exact income that buys freedom. But there is a path. And you can start walking it today, no matter your current income. If this video helped you understand your own journey better, drop a like, subscribe to Alpha Finance, and share it with someone who needs a roadmap. Because real freedom isn't about chasing more. It's about designing a life that aligns with your values, and having the money systems in place to support it. You don't need to be rich to be free. You just need clarity, consistency, and a plan.